Just getting ready here. Let me just skip over and see if John has got the link. Looks like he's got it. So we'll be being joined today by the greatest of all time, John Brzenk. Let's see if I can get your chats up. Let me see. See if I can pin stuff here. Oops. Live chat. Okay. What's up, guys? Shadow Gaming, Retro in the house. See if I can get John to get in here. There we go. I think we've got John coming in now. Welcome, John Brzenk.
Hey, made it.
How
Another
you doing,
app. I
buddy?
thought I was going to have to download a damn app. It was
No, just a click. Just a click. Now, listen, I did this yesterday and I had very bad luck. Okay. My reception was terrible. It kept on blacking in and out.
You're in
I
Canada.
hope. Yeah. If it does this again, I'm doing my live feeds from Tim Hortons from now on.
Okay, right. Yeah, go to the donut shop. Cool.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good.
Yeah.
Back thinking about arm wrestling a little bit. Took
Yeah.
5-6 months off, or I guess maybe even a little longer than that. But I'm trying to get back to the grind without destroying myself.
Good.
How about yourself? I see that you're on the fasting thing.
Yeah.
Getting wiry and thin, and
I got down to like WAL territory.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I was.
meaning 220, the WAL territory.
I weighed in the morning 229.
Okay.
So I could.
Oh, you
I
can make the weight. Make the
yeah.
water count. Yeah, for sure.
I could. Yeah. Now, right now, I'm probably like 237, 238.
Yeah, and that's still doable. If you're Todd Hudson, you can
Yeah.
still do that.
Yeah.
What?
Well, I used to make that class at 245.
Oh, okay.
The
Wow.
225, I was coming from 245.
Oh, wow. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I can't do that. I feel like I'm going to kill myself, or I'd be possibly dying.
It's not that bad.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
I'm not used to it. I mean, 10, 15 pounds, and I'm my back's cramping, and everything's cramping. I'm just like, this is not good. Well, speaking of the WAO, what's the latest news? Any good news?
The last I haven't talked to Steve in like I'd say months, and last I spoke to him, it sounded like he had a whole bunch of stuff going, but I have a feeling that it's not happening right now because it would have already been happening.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't think that there's anything significant, but I could be wrong. I could just be out of the loop, but I don't think so.
Well, East versus West is coming to the United States. Maybe it'll be take over.
Mhm.
I've heard some rumors from reputable sources that big parties are interested, and things might end up, being a little bigger.
Yeah, I mean, it's already pretty big, but yeah, I mean, you get us over in USA, right? And everything's bigger audience. You're on that card.
What's that?
You are on that card.
Oh, thanks for reminding me. Yeah, no, I'm like I said, I'm 3-4 weeks now, and realizing why I quit 5-6 months ago. The shoulder's already. I'm hoping it's going to be. I actually am starting getting it's radiating up into my neck and traps. But yeah, no, I'm trying to get as ready as I can be for Leonidas. Leonidas? Yeah. So excited. I mean, watched his match with Schoolboy, and so yeah, no, I know he's a real deal. He'll be formidable for me. So
he's getting to be quite a solid threat in that 115. I think, like, pretty solid. Yeah. I think that I don't know where I'd put him in the top 10, but I think he's in the mix now for sure. I do.
Yeah.
Talking to
typical weightlifter type arm wrestler, though, kind of reminds me of Brandon Allen. Good in the straps, hammer curl, using that big bicep, and just So the structure is still not there so much side to side, but he's got a really good muscle, bicep for that back pressure hammer curl.
Yeah. Talking to Kevin Wolf and the German guys.
Okay.
Yeah, they're training him hard. They got him doing lots of table time, and from all accounts, he's kind of made the switch. He's real like every day training for arm wrestling.
Shoot, yeah. Well, maybe he'll be overtrained.
Maybe,
right?
maybe that guy hit a turn. That guy hit the gym at a halfway point in a tournament that I brought him to in Canada. Yeah, he went and worked out, and then he
Can't miss
came
the
back and he
workout.
finished.
Yeah, no, can't miss the workout. Yeah, he's kind of like Hutchins. I mean, Hutchins believes that he can, train up until like 3 days before his match, which is,
Yeah.
goes against anything that anybody would, any common sense would tell you would be normal. But I mean, he believes that his lifts suffer, so he's using that as a gauge, right, to say, well, he might not be as good an arm wrestler if he ended up, resting 4 days or 5 days.
Yeah. So, John, I mean, I wanted to call you today and, talk about your match coming up and run through some stuff for the next East versus West, which we got in like 10 days or something.
Okay.
And talk about Travis's return. But before we got to that, I wanted to ask you a little bit about your training a little bit.
Okay.
Okay. So, I mean, the John Brzenk legend and lore is huge about how basically it's table time.
Yeah.
It's table time.
Table time.
Is there nothing else, buddy? Is there something you're
Well,
not? Is there
when I
something you're
was
hiding?
in I mean, really fine tuning my skills, it wasn't only just table time. It was, arm wrestling almost every other week at a professional, event with referees and ready goes, and then arm wrestling a ton afterwards. I mean, so just that mix of always being around arm wrestling. I mean, I can't really tell you like, oh yeah, no, I had this crazy secret lift that I used to do, and that. No, there's nothing like that. I mean, most of the stuff that I learned how to do and how to get through a lot of people just came from repetition of doing that, and a lot of that movement is very hard to. Even still today, to make that combination of a move, the cupping and the pronation and the thumb through the thumb and the side pressure that's required without another arm, without arm wrestling. I mean, what device can you tell me that can do that in a nice, smooth, powerful fashion that arm wrestling does?
Oh, I'm not going to argue with you. I agree that table time is the best, but I feel like most athletes still like try to supplement it with
Right,
gym
right.
stuff to some degree, and you
I
know
correct.
did you ever in your career do like arm wrestling motions, like cup stuff, pronation work?
Because it's just
Never.
so hard. I mean, it doesn't never feels natural to me. Even this strap thing through the thumb, I'm like, it's kind of a little bit like it, but it's way awkward. It doesn't feel natural to me. It's like, well, that's not what I'm feeling when I've got
Mm.
another hand clamp. So, I mean, maybe yes, it helped, but um, my takeaway is like it's not worth it. Not worth the effort.
John, I'm having like Wi-Fi issues again. My
Oh,
God.
suck.
I am. Let's see if this okay. I now booted myself off Wi-Fi. I'm now on data. Let's
Okay.
see if this works.
Yeah, no, you
Okay.
did. Well, I don't know. I'm the one blabbing, but you didn't look like you
No, no.
skipped a beat or
To
anything or
me,
nothing
you're
frozen.
not skipping here either. It might be a YouTube issue. I don't know what's going on, but
Okay.
we'll see if this works. Hopefully this works.
So,
Um,
what is your internet good at home? I mean, you have
I,
really good
I I
internet.
think it's good. I think it's great. Like,
Okay.
but I'll tell you, I did this yesterday with Travis, and it was like skipping off, and
Right.
so hopefully this sticks now.
Okay.
But so nothing. It's been arm wrestling from start to finish. That's
Pr-
awesome. That's
Pretty much.
awesome.
Yeah. I mean, I wish I could say that I found something that I really believed in that would say, oh yeah, no, this is really when I stopped doing this, I became a shitty arm wrestler. but there never was anything like that. I was always pretty good if I was active, competing on a regular basis and training at a weekly basis. And I never, as I got better and better, it was difficult to do like you did, where you could pull for day after day after day. That's just never worked for me. I would definitely after third or fourth day, the toothache, the throbbing, the inflammation, the tendonitis. It's like, okay, wrong way. I mean, yeah, you know, I I could never bust through that. I would suffer through it for a while and go, okay, no, I'm not getting any stronger from this, so I got to back off it.
What about now? I did hear somebody told me something once that they're like, "Oh, John, he's fooling you." And
Do work with a little bit now at work. Not so much for the strength of arm wrestling, but I've been just doing a lot of shoulder stuff. Just trying to rehab the lat and the rear shoulder blade.
let's keep pushing a little bit if you have time for
All
me.
right. Yeah, no.
Um, so overall, Leonidas in August,
Yeah.
you're in an okay spot.
I'm thinking I got 3, 4 more workouts in, and I'm just going to give her a go. I mean, like I said, right now I'm just like shaking my head just because I've been hitting it hard and the shoulders all flared up. But yeah, I mean, I don't feel like I've lost too much. A couple guys that I train with, the new guy Reagan, and then Dustin. I mean, I feel just as good as when I stopped, against them. So we'll just have to see how it goes. Don't really have any big game plan for him other than um, I just know where I kind of have a feeling I know where he's strong, with his getting into the strap, which I might not be able to keep him from getting. I mean, um, but I would love to. I think I'm going to try. I think I'm going to try to have a good enough hand strength to actually come across the table a little bit more than I have in the past, and try to establish a cup before I try to attack the arm. But we'll see. I mean, you always have a plan until you get up there and feel your opponent and go, oh shit, well, that's not going to work. I can't control that. But it seems to me like if I could turn his hand this way, he really is not super strong sideways. He's mostly strong this way. So I don't want to get into a posting top roll situation, which is kind of what I've been normally doing lately, the last since my comeback, really, because the stability and strength isn't really that great here to here. So, but I know that'll be something that I wouldn't be successful in if I go that direction and especially try to outlast him. I'm not going to outlast the guy.
He's conditioned. What do
Yeah,
you think about Reno Masick?
Reno Masick. Okay,
Yeah,
don't know who that is.
he's the like 18, 19-year-old kid who's just murdering it.
Okay, where's he from?
Uh, is he from where is that place? It's not Croatia. Is he Croatian?
Okay. I haven't
I think
seen
he's
any footage of
I
him.
think he's
Who,
Croatian.
who
Oh
did
yeah,
he
you have.
who did he
Oh
pull
yeah.
last?
He pulled Matushenko, and he actually got around from him left hand. He
Oh,
pulled he pulled the young Saganashvili,
okay.
Bacho. He beat him like
Oh wow.
3-0.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Anyways, it's just he's a bit interesting because he's like 18, 19, and he's
Oh
killing it. He's
wow.
killing it.
And what's his weight? What's he walking around at?
235, 245, something like that.
When he's revved up and on and been training, I mean, see what he did to Dave Chaffee, the WL. I think Travis could possibly be top 5 right now.
Yeah, he could be.
Yeah.
He could be.
He has the
Yeah.
potential. So I mean, it just depends on how much work he's put in, and how he's coming in. I mean, how much that long layover. I mean, it affects everybody a little bit differently, but yeah, no, if he's back serious and seriously training, which I don't suspect that he's not, he's gonna be tough to beat. He's got that hard hit. It's hard to stop that.
Yeah.
People don't realize that's such a weapon to be get shot out of the shot like that after the go. So, but
So, have you pulled Kalinchenko? You pulled Sergey?
I haven't. Don't have any idea, but it looks like he's got a strong enough hand. I mean, he's tussling with Matt, hand for hand. So I don't know how much he'll commit to try to contain Travis because it takes a Mechasinko type commitment to get Travis off that posting hit. So if he's just relying on his hand to try to contain that, he's going to be in for a big surprise. Um, Not too many people pull, that hard straight back like that with knuckles high like that. So, um, but I think he's got probably as good or better maybe arm strength if he can somehow manage to negotiate the go and actually get a hold of him. If it goes to the straps, then I think maybe he's got a chance. But if he goes in there thinking that he's going to try to hang on, he's going to get flash pinned.
I think it's gonna be great. I think Travis is gonna win, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Got a super chat from White Wolf. John, you just won Arm Wrestling Historians Fantasy League tournament. Did you know that?
I had no idea what that is even. What are you talking about? What is this?
Okay, so have you ever heard of the Arm Wrestling Historians YouTube channel?
Arm wrestling historians, huh?
It's
Like,
like got a hand for a head, like he's got like a suit body, and there's a hand sticking up where the head's supposed to be. It's a great
huh,
channel. Real, you should check it out. I'll send you a link.
okay.
It's awesome. Anyways, they've been doing this fantasy league where they take the best guys like in their best shapes, and they're doing a fantasy league tournament. And it looks like you just won it. Looks like you just won. There you go. Oh,
How is
it
the
looks
game
like
played
sorry.
though?
I don't know. I'm gonna go and watch it. If somebody wants to post the link on here, I'll watch it afterwards. But it said no money, just bragging rights, and he says sorry, Devon, John edged you out. Was all time prime versus all time prime. Crazy stuff over there. Well, that's cool, buddy. You won all time Legends League. It's
Oh,
great.
nice. All right, cool. I'll have to check it out.
um, so okay, so. It's an interesting time, right? Like Engen's sick. Yeah, did you hear about that? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's a shocker. I mean, that's serious stuff there. Appendix bursting is killed some people, right? I mean, it's not no joke. So I'm glad that he's feeling better and they caught it in time. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
should have this, but I mean, Ereckley is young and getting better. But yeah, good match. Are
Yeah,
you
super good
pull,
man.
are you pulling in Orlando either? Or no, I don't hear. I don't
Uh, I'm
see.
not slated to. I'm
Okay.
not slated to. I'll tell you, after Levon, I was like, okay,
Yeah.
I need a break.
No,
I need a break.
understandable.
So I'm starting to, I'm starting to get my stuff in order again, but I'm sure that I will pull soon. I want to kind of see where I'm gonna land exactly, whether I'm gonna be pulling 105 or 115
Okay.
um, for my first match back, and I kind of want to get a feel of where everybody is, who to pull first, but it won't be long. It won't be long.
Right. Right. Well, you
Yeah,
got Auden to take up your legacy now,
yeah,
and just
yeah.
bring
He's
him
doing
and
good.
make him the killer.
He's doing very well. He's doing very, very well. Yeah, it's good arm wrestler. It's good young arm wrestler. Um, but this fucking feed is really pissing me off. This fucking feed.
I
It's
can see it. Are you on the live feed? Is it stumbling? Is it freezing? Oh, I don't know. You have to go on YouTube
yeah.
and type in Devon and maybe my name.
Anyways, anyways,
Sorry.
I really I wanted to see how you were doing. I wanted to see if you were training, getting ready for your match, and
I have been pulling. Much more than that. My diet's been shit. I'm a little heavy, but I figured, what the hell? I don't need to be 230 for Leonidas, so I'm gonna go with a little pot belly.
good. That's
and
good. That's good. I think you're gonna need it with this guy. I think he's going for it. So super excited about that match for you. And yeah, any thoughts about East versus West 13 and Travis's return? Uh,
there's
yeah.
some other matches. I haven't really been even keeping track. Who else is on the card? Oh, we should talk about. Hey, Inga's bringing Johnny Walker.
He is, isn't
That's
he?
gonna be
Yeah.
so cool for me.
Wow.
I bet
Wow.
just for laughs, I would love to see him pull like random 185ers or 90 in the crowd. I
Yeah.
bet he still has it. I bet he beats.
Oh, yeah.
I would bet he beats 80% or 90% of the people in the crowd that
Who
come to
would you
our
have him pull? Who would you have him pull? When it
competition was so far, beneath those guys. But yeah, no, he was. If Johnny was there, it was almost like a given, like he was first place. I mean, he was the guy. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Well, who knows? Who knows if he wants to get on the table, I'm sure there's a long lineup, that's for sure. Yeah.
yeah.
Maybe him and Engen.
Ooh, yeah. That might. Like I said, it depends. I mean, from the pictures, it looks like he's still got the physique to be able to pull it off, but 80-year-old bones and tendons and that probably aren't as stable as they used to be. So it'd be tough.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to see him get
Yeah.
hurt.
No, nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. What about Morozov versus Vitali? Right
Ooh,
hand. It's right
looking
hand.
looking very forward to it. Just because two monsters that never compete against somebody their own size will be competing against each
Yeah.
other. Two super long armed top rollers. It should be good. Yeah, Morozov, I think, will probably try to control too much. I'm not sure if he's as polished as Vitali is as far as staying high and not worrying about not having control. I feel like Morozov will still be like brute strength, like push guard, try to get a hold of the match. So that might be a downfall for him. But who do you have in that match? You think Vitali is going to edge it out a little bit, or oh, you're frozen?
Uh, I got to ask you about another match for the two people that are still on here. What about Samusha?
I would have to think that Sasha. I mean, unless he's just killing himself to make that.
Everybody, do you still have a hit list or anything left you want to achieve?
Oh, I have to think about this hit list. No, my role, my thought of because I've actually thought about like quitting again, like just giving it up. But I think in my mind, I've been talked to enough to feel like my role should be maybe going against some of the new and up and coming young.
So that I can get Levon. Uh,
Not
no,
too many people
that's
have been using the King's move. It's not
not
as
lately.
yeah, it's not being used as much.
No, I think a lot of that has to do with the WAL. The pad size for WAL was way better
Right?
for Kings moving.
Yeah.
Actually, had that 2 extra inches of drag, and I think that people just figured out the flop and like
Well,
everybody's pressing it.
boy, it takes a special individual to be a flop presser, though. I mean, as stable as I feel like my body is, and as strong as my joints and frame is, that that mentally screws with me. Like to do that move, it's like I think my shit's just gonna rip. I mean, it's hard to do that. I guess I need to practice it, and I never practice it because it's just too painful. But
Yeah,
yeah, you're right. It seems like there's a lot of people that are figuring that out and actually training that to be able to combat that.
just looking at some super chats here. John Brzenk's thumb gives you the big thumbs up. Uh, it's, guys, I apologize. I've missed some. I've had, as you guys are well aware, I've had some serious Wi-Fi issues. Um, well, listen, I don't want to hold you too long with this crappy Wi-Fi, John.
Ah, that's all
It's
right.
so good to see
So,
you.
so let me ask you, what made you decide to use the direct YouTube feed? What is it? Just easier, or
I thought it would be easier. I'm like,
oh,
go
okay,
live, invite guest. It's right there, boom.
okay.
And the whole Zoom thing, I'll pay for your ticket to Istanbul.
the free ticket,
I'll pay for it. If you
right?
want to come train, I'll pay for it. Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, it's the 6th of July, isn't it? I
Yeah.
actually
It's like,
I have the 4th, 5th. Renee and I are heading up to Utah. We're grabbing the grandkids. We're bringing them down to Phoenix. It's 110 with about 100% humidity right now, so they're gonna hate the heat, but they're gonna enjoy the swimming pool. So, yeah, I've kind of got plans. I actually have the time off, but I'm planning on spending it with the grandkids.
That's very wise. That's a good thing to do.
Right, right.
All right, buddy. Well, listen, all the best. I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna go to practice right now and let a bunch of people beat up on me.
There you
So
go. How often do you
yeah,
practice these days? Once a week? You doing more every day? What are you doing?
I do a lot now because so what happens now is so we got 2 practices a week. We got Mondays and Thursdays, 7 o'clock is normally when we start, and it goes late.
Okay,
Um, but the thing is I got like so Auden is
okay,
super hardcore.
yeah. No, he.
And Milo is now he's jumping on the bandwagon too. And so Milo has a roommate, Sonny. He's crazy about arm wrestling. And then the guys who are fixing up my house, they're from the Ottawa High Hooker Club. So there's always like 5 arm wrestlers like in my house, like at all time.
Right. Okay.
So I pretty much do a couple sets like every single day. Like Auden and I will arm wrestle pretty much every day, like but just like 1 or 2 pulls. That's it.
Right. No,
You know?
that reminds me. Back in the day, I would do that with my dad. I'd be constantly on his. Hey, come on, one more pull that, one more pull that. We pull
Yeah.
probably 6 times during the day. At different
Right.
times during the day.
Same kind of thing is going on at the house right now. Same kind of thing.
Yeah, and
He's getting,
when you're
yeah,
young,
he's
it's
getting
cool right now.
nasty. Yeah, he's getting nasty. He's a lot tougher than he looks, you know? Like
He looks like he's.
nice.
What is he weighing these days? He looks like he's gained some.
Yeah, he blew up to like he was heavier than me.
Was he?
Yeah, he was. He was like 235, I think, when he pulled James.
Okay.
Um, but he's just eating like a freaking maniac, and now he's on like a general conditioning kind of spree for the summer. So he's training his whole body now. He was training just like me, so
Okay.
he's training like all arm wrestling, all arm wrestling. Now he's kind of rounding it out, but he's still arm wrestling all the time. So
And give me some stats. How old is he?
he's 19.
19.
He's
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 done
about
growing. 6'6". What?
uh
Five?
I now here's the thing. I kept growing after high school. So I left high school at like 6'2", 6'3", and
Okay.
I grew to be like 6'5",
Okay.
ish. And he's kind of the same as me. So he left high school at like 6'2", 6.
I'll look forward to that then.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be two Larratts that you got
Right.
taken down, right?
One possibly maybe squeeze a victory out of a Larratt before I completely retire.
Yeah.
All
That's
right, man.
awesome, John. Okay, listen, everybody's cheering for you always, guys. If you have not subbed to John Brzenk, you are completely you're not a fan of arm
Yeah,
wrestling or the sport or
but
anything.
I
So
haven't been on YouTube in a year now, so no worries. But thanks,
get
appreciate
on
it.
over, sub to John. Love you. We'll
All
see
right,
you in
thanks.
August. Ticket on me if you want to go to Istanbul
Right,
and
right.
heckle Travis up front. Tell your grandparents tell your grandkids you got better things to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm just teasing. I'm
That's a
teasing.
lot.
I'm teasing.
All right,
Yeah.
all right, Devin.
All right.
My
Thank you,
pleasure.
John.
Wow.
Yep. Bye
I don't even
bye.
know how to shut this damn thing off. Where's the off button?
Now I got to figure it out. I think there's an X here
I'm gonna
somewhere.
hit
I'm
the
supposed to
X. So take it easy, everybody.
later.